Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. I hope that you can relax and get some tingles. Today I will be doing another soft-spoken reading from this book. The Grimm's Fairy Tales. I will be doing a little bit of word repetition as I'm reading, and I can try to do slightly inaudible whispering. I've never tried it before, so I don't know how that will go. But the majority of it will just be whispering or soft-spoken reading. Okay, I hope you enjoy and get some tingles. This one is called The Fisherman and His Wife. There was once upon a time a fisherman, and his wife, who lived together in a little hut near the sea, and every day he went down to the fish. There he sat with his rod and looked out upon the blank water, and this he did for many long days. One morning the line went to the bottom, and when he drew it up, a great flounder, a great flounder was hooked at the end. The flounder said to him, "Let me go, I pray you, fisherman. I am not a real fish, but an enchanted prince. Prince. What good shall I do you if you pull me up? I shall not taste well. Put me back into the water and let me swim." "Ah," said the man, "you need not make such a palaver. A fish which can speak I would rather let swim." And so saying, he put the fish into the water. And as it sunk to the bottom, it left along a streak of blood behind it. Then the fisherman got up and went back to his wife in their hut. "Have you caught nothing today, husband?" she said. "Oh," he replied, "I caught a flounder. I caught a flounder who said he was an enchanted prince, so I threw him again into the sea to swim." "Did you not wish first?" she inquired. "No," he said. "Ah," said the wife, "that is very unlucky. Unlucky. That is very unlucky. Is one to remain in the hovel forever? You might have wished for a better hut, at least. Go again and call him. Tell him we choose to have a better hut, and we're certain you'll get it." "Ah," replied he, "how should I manage that?" "Why," said his wife, "we must catch him again, and before you let him swim away, he will grant what you ask. Be quick." The man was not much pleased and wished his wife further, but nevertheless he went down to the sea. When he came back to the water, it was green and yellow. The water was green and yellow. Green and yellow. The water was green and yellow, and looked still more blank. He stood by it and said, "Flounder, in the sea, hither quickly come to me, for my wife, Dame Isabel, wishes what I scarce dare tell." Then the fish came swimming up. Swimming. Up and said, "What do you want with me?" "Oh," said the man, "I was to catch you again, for my wife says I ought to have wished before. She won't stay any longer in her hovel, and desires a cottage." "Go home again," said the flounder. "She has it already." So the fisherman departed, and there was his wife no longer in the dirty hovel, for in its place stood a clean cottage, before whose door she sat upon a bench. She took him by the hand, saying, "Come in now and see. It is not that much better." So in they went, and in the cottage there was a beautiful parlor, and a fine fireplace, and a chamber where a bed stood. There were also a kitchen and a storeroom, with nice earthenware, all of the best tinware, and copper vessels, copper, vessels, copper vessels, there were copper vessels, and everything very clean and neat. At the back was a large yard, with hens and chickens, as well as a nice garden, full of trees and vegetables. "See," said the wife, "is not this charming?" "Yes," said her husband. "So long as it blooms, you will be very well content with it." "We will consider about that," she replies, and as they went to bed. Thus 8 to 14 days passed on, when the wife said, "Husband, the hut is too far narrow for me, and the yard and garden are so small. The founder may very well give us a larger house. I wish to live in a little stone place. Go then to the founder and ask him to give us a castle. Give us a castle. Ah, wife," he said, "the cottage is good enough. Why should you choose to have a castle?" "Go along," she replied, "the founder will give you that." "Nay, wife," he said, "the founder gave us a cottage at first, but when I go again he will perhaps be angry." "Never you mind," he said, "he can do what I wish for very easily and willingly. Go and try." The husband was vexed at heart, and did not like going, and said to himself, "This is not right," but at least he set off. When he came to the sea, the water was quite clouded, and deep blue colored, blue colored, and black and thick, and it looked green no longer, yet it was calm. So he went and said, "Flounder, flounder in the sea, hither quickly come to me, for my wife, Dame Isabella, wishes what I scarce dare tell." "Now then, what do you want?" said the flounder. "Flounder, flounder, 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 flounder." "Oh," said the man, half frightened, "she wants to live in a great stone castle." "Go home and see it at your door," replied the fish. The fisherman went away, and lo, where firmly his house stood, there was a great stone castle, and his wife called him from the steps to come up, and taking him by the hand, she said, "Now let us look about." So they walked about, and in the castle there was a great hall, with marble tables, and there were ever so many servants who ushered them through floating doors into the rooms hung all around with tapestry, and filled with fine golden stools and chairs with crystal looking glasses on the walls. And all the rooms were similarly fitted up. Outside the house there were large country yards with horses and cow stalls and wagons, all of the best, and besides a beautiful garden filled with magnificent flowers and fruitful trees, and a meadow full a mile long, covered with deer and oxen and sheep, and as many as one could wish for. "Is this not pretty?" said the wife. "Ah," said her husband, "so long as the humor lasts, you will be content with this, and then you will want something else." "We will think about that," she said, and with that they went to bed. The next morning the wife woke up just as it was day, and looked out over the fine country which lay before her. Her husband did not get up, and there she stood with her arms akimbo, and called out, "Get up and come look here at the window, and see, shall I not be queer all over the island? Go and say to the founder we choose to be king and queen, king and queen, king and queen, king, 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 and queen, 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 king and queen, king and queen, king and queen, king, 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 queen, 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 queen. We wish to be king and queen." "Ah, wife," said he, "why should I wish to be king?" "No," she replied, "you do not wish, so I will be queen. Go tell the founder so." Oh, why do you wish this? I cannot say. Why not? Go off at once. I must be queen. The husband set out quite stupefied, but she would have her way, and when he came to the sea was quite black-looking, and the water splashed up and smelled very disagreeably. But he stood still and repeated, Flounder, flounder in the sea, hither quickly come to me, for my wife, Dame Isabella, wishes what I scarce dare tell. Flounder, flounder in the sea, hither quickly come to me, for my wife, dear Isabella, wishes what I dare scarce tell. What does she want now? Asked the flounder. Ah, he said, she would be queen. Go home, she is so already, replied the fish. So he departed and went. He came near the palace. He saw it and had become much larger, with a great tower and gateway in front of it. And before the gate stood a herald, and there were many soldiers with kettle drums and trumpets. When he came into the house, he found everything made of the purest marble and gold. Marble and gold, marble, 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 and gold, 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 marble and gold, marble and gold, marble and gold, with magnificent curtains fringed with gold. Throughout the hall he went into the door where a great court apartment was, and there is a wife upon a high throne of gold and diamonds, having a crown of gold upon her head, a crown of gold, crown of gold, crown of gold, crown of gold upon her head, and a scepter of precious stones in her hand, and upon each side stood 6 pages in a row, each one a head taller than the other. There he went up and said, Ah, wife, are you queen now? Yes, she said, now I am queen. There he stood, looking a long time. At last he said, Ah, wife, how do you like being queen? Now we have nothing else to choose. No, indeed, she replied. I am very dissatisfied. Time and tide do not wait for me. I can bear it no longer. Go then to the flounder. Queen I am, and now I must be pope. Ah, wife, what would you be? Pope thou canst be. The pope is the head of Christendom. The flounder cannot make you that. I will be pope, replied the wife, and he was obliged to go. And when he came to the shore, the sea was running mountains high, and the sky was so black that he was quite terrified, and began to say in a great fright, Flounder, flounder in the sea, quickly, quickly come to me, for my wife Dame Isabella wishes what I scarce dare tell. What now? Asked the flounder. She wants to be pope, said her. Go home and find her so, was the reply. So he went back and found a great church, in which she was sitting upon a much higher throne, with 2 rows of candles on each side, some as thick as towers, down to those no bigger than rushlights. And before her footstool were kings and queens kneeling. Wife, he said, now be contented. Since you are pope, you cannot be anything else. That I will consider about, she replied, and so they went to bed, but she could not sleep, for thinking what she should be next. Very eagerly she rose and looked out of her window, and when she saw the sun rising, she looked to herself, why should I not be that? And so she took her husband and called to him, Go tell the flounders I want to make the sunrise. Make the sunrise. Tell the flower I want to make the sunrise. Make the sun, make the sun rise, make the sun rise. Her husband was so frightened that he trembled out of bed, but he would hear nothing, and he was obliged to go. When he got down to the sea, a tremendous storm was raging, and the ships and boats were tossing about in all directions. Then he shouted, but still he could not hear his own words. Flounder, flounder in the sea, quickly, quickly come to me, for my wife Dame Isabella wishes what I scarce dare tell. What would she have now? Said the fish. He replied, she wants to be the ruler of the universe. Ruler of ruler of the universe. Return and find her back in her hovel, replied the flounder. In there the fisherman and his wife remained for the rest of their days. Okay, so that is the only story I will read. I hope you guys enjoyed and liked the stories in this